New at 6 this afternoon, 13 News became the first Indiana television station to interview former Vice President Mike Pence after the release of his new book.
We talked for 30 minutes today, and I asked the former vice president about a variety of topics, including his future plans. Are you going to run for president in 2024?
Well, Scott, I can tell you I'm always humbled to be asked, and we've been asked a lot. And Karen and I are going to give it serious consideration. It's something we always try and do as a family, carefully, prayerfully discern what our calling is, and but we'll make a decision sometime after the first of the year. But we'll always go where we're called.
If you do run, can you become the nominee, and can you beat former President Donald Trump?
I think we'll have better choices in 2024. We'll discern whether as a family we want to be one of those choices and feel called to that. But at the end of the day, I have great confidence that, as they've done so many times before, the voters here in Indiana and Republican voters across the country will choose wisely, will choose the right standard bearer, and I believe we'll win back America in 2024.
What is your relationship like with former President Trump today?
The president made no effort to reach out to me on January 6th or in the days after, and I made no effort to reach out to him.
In his new book, So Help Me God, the former vice president details a 90-minute meeting that he had with former President Trump in the White House, where the two men talked about the riot at the Capitol.
He then asked me, "Were you scared?" And I said, "No, I was angry." And I alluded to the differences he and I had. And I also said, seeing those people ransacking our Capitol, Mr. President, infuriated me. When we left the White House on January 20th, we parted amicably, Scott. And in the months that followed, from time to time, we'd speak by telephone. But when the president returned to the same rhetoric he was using before January 6th, criticizing me and others who had defended the Constitution and the peaceful transfer of power that day, I just decided it'd be best if we would go our separate ways. And we have.
Tonight at 11, my conversation with the former VP continues. He talks about January 6th and why he will not testify before the congressional committee investigating that riot.